Having plenty of content to share is a non-negotiable for an employee advocacy program. However, having enough content is one thing, but what you need to determine is the types of content you'll be asking employees to share. Generally speaking, there's a holy trinity of content when it comes to employee advocacy. You want a healthy balance of company-centric, third-party, and company culture content. It's important to remember that not all content that you're asking employees to share is company-centric. You certainly don't want to treat your employees like walking billboards on social media. Plus, if you want them to develop their personal brands and be seen as genuine thought leaders, then you'll want them to share the latest industry news too. It's also worth considering that content can come from anywhere. An employee advocacy program is a great way to source employee-generated content. And this kind of content is the type of thing that will take your program performance and employer brand to a whole new level. Once you know what content you want to include, it's important to keep an authentic feel to your content. Time and time again, I've seen examples of bad employee advocacy in my feed where it's clear the post was written by somebody else. It's full of corporate jargon and marketing copywriting cliches. If you want your content to perform, you have to make sure it resonates. Take a step back, take your marketing hat off, and try to write captions that sound like a person wrote them and not a corporate robot. DSMN8 recently produced a great piece of content full of tips on how to write fast and effective captions. Try not to dwell too much on writing one-size-fits-all style content. Most employee advocacy platforms will allow you to segment your employees into groups and ensure that the content they receive is always relevant to them. One final thing to mention: find out what content is resonating with your employees and their audiences. You'll need a platform with analytics for this, but the best indicator of what content you should be asking employees to share is by regularly checking your analytics. Here you'll see not only what gets the most shares, but what gets the most engagement too.